Fist of Jesus, the bloody gospel of Judas. Is it worth a buy? Let's read. Something went wrong with Lazarus' resurrection. Help Jesus and Judas to fight the zombie infection using amazing combos, divine punishments, and special attacks.
Right guys, what is this? Well, it's a beat-em-up game with Western music that has the worst grammar you'll ever read in a video game ever and is utterly shite. That's pretty much sums up this game. It's $7.99 guys, $7.99 for this. It's based on a film called Fist of Jesus, which was a Spanish film released in 2012, a short film, a shite film. I haven't seen it, but you just know it was a shite film. And this is made for console controllers. You can play it with a keyboard and mouse, but it's a bit clumsy, but you can rebind the keys. But it's just awful guys. It just plays so badly. You just go from level to level killing zombies, hitting them with fish and sticks and any other weapons that you get. In each level you get XP and you level yourself up, you level your abilities up and you get new abilities, and it just keeps progressing on and on and on. And you play alongside Judas, and at the end it's single player, but if Jesus dies, Judas takes over, and that's it. That's the game. That is the game guys. There's 60 levels, and it's all like zombies and mini bosses and stuff like that, and that's it. No more to see. There you go. Fist of Jesus, that's what it is. I just want to say one final thing about the subject matter. What they've done is, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, it's not fact, it's just what I believe. They've wanted to make a very controversial game which will generate a lot of publicity, which will then generate sales, and there's no such thing as bad publicity. Any PR person will tell you that. I mean, at the end of the day, publicity is publicity. They've picked on Christianity because it's a soft touch, based on love, based on turning the other cheek. They're not going to get any death threats over this. There's not going to be any serious repercussions over this. The worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to get a few people asking for the game to be banned, and that's exactly what's happened. So for them it was a win-win situation. They don't care about offending people. You know, that's the kind of people that they are. They're not bothered if they offend people, if they upset people. They just want money. So that's what it's all about. It's an awful game. There's nothing there to see game-wise. The subject matter is pathetic. I'm not easily offended. There's three areas that I don't go anywhere near, and that is religion, race and disability. I will never ever abuse them three areas. I mean, I take the piss all the time on my channel, console users and all that. It's all tongue-in-cheek banter, that's all it is. But I would never go into religion, I would never go into race, and I would never go into disabilities, because I don't find anything funny about any of them areas, and I don't think that anybody else should either. Some people sink their entire lives into their religion, into their faith. So if you start ripping it to shreds and taking the piss out of it, you're going to cause a lot of hurt to that person, because they've got so much invested in it. So that's why I don't do it. Race, well, it's not their fault of the colour of the skin. I'm white. That's not my fault that I'm white. I didn't have a choice when I was born white. That's just the way I am. I'm white. Now, black people, do you know, I worked on a contract at a council, and I was doing a video about people who've been displaced through war or famines, and they had to migrate to other countries, and one of the countries that we were doing was the UK, and how a lot of people had come over to the UK as immigrants. And so I was sort of in charge of putting together some sort of a documentary about this, and I made a terrible mistake in front of one of these fucking women who are so politically correct. I dared to call somebody black. I was pulled up like that. You don't say black. What is this? He's black? You don't say black. That's so offensive. No, but he is. He's black. He's coloured. Is he? No, he's not. He's black. He's coloured. Well, what other colours is he? I can just see him as black. You do not say black. Well, I'm white. Yes. You are white. So I'm allowed to be called white, but he's not allowed to be called black. That's right, he's coloured. But he was just kind of like loving it, And he was loving that I was not going to move my stance. He was loving that she was getting all irate, and he was just thinking, I don't give a f what you call us, mate. I am actually black, you know. And it's pathetic, and that's the kind of world we live in now. So anyway, Fist of Jesus, is it worth a buy? You know what I'd rather do, guys, than play Fist of Jesus? Well, if Jesus exists, then I would rather be there on Judgment Day when the developers and publishers of this game are on trial.